Well, hello again. Another little video. As we now just started into lockdown, it's time to play with trains. So, one or two things, I'll go over quite a lot of stuff on this particular video, is how my railway works. Well, first of all, I did have a thing with a chap the other day where the system seemed to be slowed down. Now, if I go here, which is my normal screen, there is two things in here which you must check. On my computer downstairs, which is my office computer, because I'm constantly on the internet and everything else, I do this check every other day, religiously. Now, one of the things is if you're on here and you go to Google and you go into pictures or to YouTube and all that, what happens is it saves those pictures in a temporary file, which you don't want because that's taking up storage on your computer. Now, as it happens on mine, I can actually do it in a neat, quick way. So what I've got here is, if I actually get to here, there's two things. One is called disk clean, which is this one, and one is defrag. All you've got to do is go to search here and put in disk clean, and it'll get to this stage here. So you click on this, and what it'll actually do, it'll actually check what you've got files all stored in it. Now, if you look at some of those there is some hell of a lot of storage there, which temporary files, internet files, 598 kilobytes there. You don't want them. Them are just taking up storage on your computer. So what you do is just go to that, get to that bit there, you click OK, you click delete the files, and that'll delete just those files. It won't delete your files, it'll delete all that storage. And that has now cleaned that up a bit. If you then go to the defrag, so if you write defrag, and you'll come up with this, which is this. Now what happens is you've got an OK there, but although so there's a percentage there which is fragmented. Now, if you've got, even in 1% on mine, I always do a defrag. So what you do is click the analysis, and that'll give you a check on it. And then if you've got 1% or above, click the optimize there, and it'll go through, and what it actually is when you're messing around in these systems, some of your files drop off a bit. So although they're there, they'll lose where they're supposed to be. And what this does is actually put them back to where they should be. And that gives you a better operation of your computer. And this is something I do, as I said, religiously every day. This one here, which is my railway, I do this sometimes once or twice a week. I just do a quick check just to see everything's all right. And once you've done that, you just close it down. Sometimes this can take you quite a long time. It depends on what you've got in the system. This hasn't got much in because it just runs the railway. So we just click that there. That brings you that back. And we now get back to the railway. Now then, I had a question a couple of weeks ago now. A particular gentleman, he wanted to go all his signals GWR, which basically are the semaphore signals, such as like I've got there. But this one, of course, is not GWR. These go up instead of down. Basically the same. Now the thing is between those type of signals and my other ones, which I have like down here, the difference is quite vast. Now that particular signal there, to buy that signal, is approximately £28. But you need the controller to operate it. Now Train Tech, which is all my stuff is training, the one to do that is £40. So that's cost you £68 for that signal to get that to operate. Whereas my other ones, like these here, a single one, which is like that one there, what that is that is £26. But they come with the decoders already built in them. So you don't need extra decoders to operate the system. They're all built in the actual signals. Now, in fact, I'll come over here I'll just show you this, where it is. That's the signal, basically. And what you have is, just down here, there are two contacts. And all you do with that is you put it on your track, give the signal a name on your layout. You then, as I've got here somewhere, get this little bit out here, I use this. Basically it is a drawing pin, drawing pin. It is a clip, and all you do is bend it straight and do it like that. And what you do then is you touch the two contacts like that. The signal, like on this one, will go red, green, red, green, red, green. Then all you've got to do then is on your screen, like here, you actually click the signal to what you want, same as there. And what that does, that sets it, and it's done, it's finished with. That will now, as you see, I've just done it on this way, but that's showing it as green. That's set up, it's finished with. When it comes to these, you've still got the same contact. You touch it once and that one will start flashing. You give that a code number, and then you touch it again and then that will flash, and then you do the same again and give that one a code number. Same as I've got two over there as well. And what it actually does, because I'm in Pro, what it means is when I turn those points, the left hand one will go green, the right one will go red, because that line is blocked. And these two, which are showing amber and green, they will swap over, and then when you click the points back again, they will go back to the other one. Also, as you've seen before, I do have this particular one, which is a root one, and also I've got that one there, which is actually an indicator board. Now I do work these slightly different, because with this one, the mainly thing is in the operating the points. I can go red, green and go for that way or that way, but when I change the points to go up there, the router will come on, as I will show you. So if I just go now and do this, I'll put this one to green like that, and we do that. It will do in a second. Just do this again. There we are. That's the route. And that router is operated through those points. So if I turn the points the other way, what will actually happen, if I put them back again, like this, the router goes off, which means I can control the trains going up that way or that way, but the router is operated through them. Same as that one there, that is operated through that set of points and that set of points. So when these, I have to click the green on that, what it actually has is the router will come on, those points will change and those points will change. The actual signal controls the points, which is not the normal way, but I've done it that way with this particular one because that's the way I want to work it. Same as these two here, those two are operated by that set of points. So when they're in this position, this one is at green, that one is at red. When I switch them over, that goes to red, that goes to green. You can only do this in Railmaster Pro. Otherwise you've got to manually click the points, the signals to what you want. So that is how I do mine. But as I said before, I do have a lot of things now. As I said, with that particular one, that's going to cost you £68. Now if you do the double-headed signal, the gantry one, that is roughly, I think from Hattons, is about £55. But then you still need the control box. So it can cost you £95 for the double-headed signal. Whereas one of these, which I've got here, These are only 38, so that's how much you're saving. But it depends on how you want to run your railway. And say if you want to get it all, you know, in authenticity, such as like it's got GWR, you're running on that, but or your trains sometimes. Some people only run the trains to the region that they want to work to. So this is the thing is also is that with mine, I have got relays that operate all these lights, not so much these so much, but all over there. Now, so as I say, those points there, you can see the yard lights are on. Now, if I actually click the points, the yard lights go off. But also, is actually, if I do this, and then do that, I can turn all my lights off. And also what I've got in mind, I've got these police boxes and all that else. They run off relays and they're all operated on here. So if I click all of them, like this. Now what I've got now is the police boxes flashing. There's a little boy here with a camera which will flash. There. There is the van over there with lights on. There is arcing in the sheds there. They're all worked off a relay, a special relay which comes from Train Tech. But this is why I love Train Tech, the innovations that they've got with all the stuff they've got. Same as another thing that I've got, which is of course the DAPL. Watch it there, I just press a button for that one. Now when it comes to my locos and everything else, I love programming. I love doing the programming of these. Sometimes it can take me 2 or 3 hours, sometimes it can be a week to get them right. But I like to get them exactly as they should do. Now, as you've seen before, this one here, there's a program to run that up onto the turntable. And there's another program which takes it out there, back again, and back to where it comes. All my local, so actually it's easier for me to just press a button, that goes up there, and then I can run the train around there as I please. That's why I like to do little programs like that. All these locos which you see on here, they've all got programs already set for them. Like over there, there's one, that's one of the track cleaners. That will just come out, go round 2 or 3 times, go back in again and finish. Then I've got that one there and that one, and those actually, what happens is that one will come out and come round to here, then that one will come out up to there, it'll back into where the GWRs come from. This one, the GWR, then will come back round again, go back to where the DB is, and then they'll swap round again and go back to where they got, and that is one program all in one on its own. I've just done another particular program. This one's got a program which will come out, go round, outside, inside, outside, inside, stop, and then go back in and park into there. Also, as I've said before, as I said in the last one, CVs make a lot of difference to your locos. Now, this one here, that CV3 is set at 120. It takes 120 steps to get that, to get up to full speed. This one is now changed to 40. Basically what that is it takes 40 steps to get up. I could make it longer if I wanted to. Then again, it depends on your layout. So as this one here, that'll take 3/4 of a lap before it actually gets to full speed. This one takes about half a lap. But that one, of course, has got all heavy wagons on it. So it will take a lot because it's a heavy load. So it looks more realistic at 120 than it does just flying off. Because if you put it at 5, some of my shunters I keep at 5 because I can control them a bit better. But that one there, that would go off with a bullet, which is not realistic when you've got all wagons on the system. But all these have all got programs built into them. And say down here, so you can see there's my Tele decoders. Quite easy to do. If I go back in here and just show you what they look like on screen, just go into here and go down to here. That's it. This one here, which is the Hornby one, you have to program it on the program track. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one is 5, 6, 7, 8. But with the Tele ones, which is I use, which is this one here, what you have here is the power from the track goes straight into there. Your point cables go into there, and on the other side there's a learner button. And all you do that, you can actually do it in 2 ways. One, you just press the learner button once, and you can get it as 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can keep pressing the buttons, and each one of these will light up, and then you can program each one of those to any number you want. So you're not in a regimental order. So if you've got one with extra spares on, you can change the numbers around quite easily. So they're quite easy for that. Another one which I've dealt with in the past with different people, which is the, where is it? Which is this one here, that one. With those, there is a learner button on each one of those. So what you've got to do with that one is you click the learner button, you press the number on here, whatever your point is, and put it back to run, and that's set up. So you've got to do that 8 times. They are very good. I've never had a problem. I also have the things with Cobalt motors. I've done a program on there. If you want particular videos on what I've done, I think it's about 105 videos now I've done. It might be more. What it is if you type in on YouTube Hornby Railmaster Brian Hughes and then just give the name, such as like programming or what it might be, it'll actually bring you to the videos which are closest to the ones that I do on those. Because I usually put the name of what I'm doing into the headline, so it's easy to find them. But as regards this one I've just done, right, there's a program now for those 2. So before I let this off, what I should do is to say, you can get me on 01782 30279. Oh, sorry about that. It's 01782 302194. That's correct. And my email address is there as well. And please contact me. Anything to do with, if you want to set up Railmaster, or if I can do that for you. I just had one gentleman, we had quite a bit of a problem with his. He lost all the resource file. The resource file is this, your locos. Somehow or another, he'd been onto onto Railmaster, and what had happened was they reset stuff because it was in somebody else's name, and somehow the resource file got lost. So he's reset it all again, and it's now working fine again. And it's the same as these trains. I can change the pictures around. I can do a lot of this, same as this, which is usually you get the tortoise hair and the stop sign. I can change that to that. I can make the trains into 16 functions coming up on the screen. I can do these in seconds. So don't be afraid to contact me, but you need the Team Viewer app on your computer so I can actually access your computer and do this for you. Otherwise, it's a long way. And also, as if I'm telling you to press this button, that I can't see what you're doing. And by that, you can make mistakes. So one of the things is let's just put all those back on again and put these back in again. That's it, just a bit of show side. So what I should do now is I'll show you this latest little program I've done for these 2 trains here. Programming is something I love to do, as I've said before, and I can just do these, and also I can be running trains over here while that thing's running. So what this one is this. That's the driver getting in the cab, puts the cab lights on. Starts up. I've left the cab lights on this, so it's a bit like, normally you wouldn't have the cab lights running when you're running locos, but I like to have the lights on. When I buy locos, I buy them for what they look like, and that's what does me. And I also I'm a gadget freak, so what I actually do with these is I like things with lights on, I like things with sounds on. Now this one there, of course, it's got the flange squeal going, and it's just about starting up. And there's the other one starting off. So as I say, when you think of this is pulling all wagons, it's weighted, so it takes its time to get up to speed. Now this one, of course, is an express train, so it'll just keep going on like this. This one, of course, is all these wagons out from Steve at Derby Goblin. You can still get stuff off them, although we're in lockdown now, but you can't go in the shop like we used to do. So those little lights on the front, that's actually lights, they've actually just got little jewels in them. So when you come round, it looks as if the lights are on, but they're not. They're just lamps that you actually stick on the front. I've got one or two like that. So this is just coming around to stop now. That's that one. This has got another lap to do now. One thing which I've had different discussions on this one is this block signalling. The thing with the block signalling is usually what happens is you'll cut the track, that one and that one will say, and that is a block. Now the trouble with that is if you've got locos like these, which you've got sound in, what you're actually doing is turning the power off from there. And by turning the power off, you turn the sounds off. Sound train, normal locos you wouldn't even notice it, but if you've got these sound trains, which I've got a lot of, it wouldn't work properly. Also is that in a lot of cases is I can see all my layout. I don't need blocks in me. I can actually do it from that. I can do it by programming it as well if I want to do. So that's done that. It's now turned that off, and there's the driver got out of the cab. So this is one thing I can do with all these. It's the way I like to do stuff. So I'll leave you for now and keep safe, and hope we come out of this a lot better than we are at the moment. So please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.